Athletes, welcome to CrossFit Avidity, your host for Christmas Chaos. Let's go over jumping for joy, RX only. This video will cover RX only. This WOD is for time with an 8-minute cutoff for individuals, 12-minute cutoff for teams. The movements are 25 burpee box overs, 50 box jumps, and 100 double unders. Let's look at the standards. On the burpee box overs, for the males, it's going to be a 24-inch box height. For the ladies, it's going to be a 20-inch box height. We have lines that we've established in this WOD for the burpee box overs. The start and finish line are going to be 6 feet apart. We'll cover these in just a second. We also have lines centered on the mat, 24 inches apart, that your box must stay in when you're performing this movement. So the burpee box over starts behind the finish line. The hands must be behind the finish line. Pec to deck burpees. So we got Matt, he's going to come in and illustrate this. So come down to the floor, hands behind the line, pec to deck, comes up. He can step inside the line. To cross the box, you have basically two choices. You can do a box jump, off. Notice he must cross the finish line. There again, 6 feet apart for that rep to count. Second rep, he can just bound over if he chooses. You don't have to touch the box, that's fine. Step in the line if you choose. Jump over, cross the finish line, rep 2. Now throughout this whole movement, if you are no repped at any time, I want to point out that this position standing right here behind the start line is the beginning of the rep. So if you were to come down, pec to deck, behind the line, jump over the box, then for whatever reason you didn't cross the finish line before you turned and started the next rep, then you have to go all the way back to the start of this rep right here, okay? So I believe that's, we covered everything for the burpee box overs. Now on the box jumps, lines are irrelevant. All we're looking for is both feet start on the floor and you reach hip and knee extension at the top of the box. Must be a jump, no step ups for RX. Hip and knee extension with control on the box. You can't reach hip and knee extension as you're falling off of the box. You can't jump off the box and reach hip and knee extension in the air. It must be a control thing at the top of the box. That's the rep. Start the next rep, both feet on the floor. After the 50th box jump, then 100 double unders. Everybody knows how those go. All right, now on the teams, here's the difference on the teams. On the 25th burpee box over, Matt's going to have to cross the finish line. Then we have to get the box turned over for the next athlete. The box can be turned over by one or both, either one or both of the athletes. We're going to show y'all how this works real quick. So Matt's going to do number 25. Good. Now they're going to flip the box over. Okay. So real quick, what we're looking at here, those two lines that I said are 24 inches apart, the box has to be inside those lines. Of course, there's a few inches there on each side, the outside of the line. That's okay, as long as you keep the box within the outside of the lines. If the box were turned just a little bit like this, the judge is going to stop you from beginning the next set of reps, and then we're going to have to make sure that they come in and get the box in the line. Judge says good, okay, begin, and then Rita would begin her reps. Let's say this is the 25th one. Very good, finish. Now it's back to box jumps. So here we go. One or both of the athletes can flip the box. If the male's going, it needs to come back up to 24. If the female's going, it goes back down to 20. And the judge says good. So then athlete A begins box jumps, both feet on the ground, hip extension, hip and knee extension at the top. Number 50, Matt does 50. 50, good. Rita can come in. They got to flip their box. Make sure it's within the line. Judge says go, go. 50. Once Rita comes off the box on the 50th rep, then Matt's over here with his rope to begin his 100 double unders. You must keep the double unders on this mat, whichever mat you start on. If you come off the mat, the judge is going to stop you and you just pick up where you left off. After the 100th double under, then athlete B begins his or her 100 double unders, and the same rules apply there. So there you have it, y'all. Jumping for joy.